Hey.
Hey, man, what time it is, man?
Hey. Relentless.
Hey, hey.
Welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I am Cole.
And this is Dre. I'm excited today, man.
Hey.
I just got my juices flowing today, man. I'm lit.
Hey, we got a
happening?
hell of a guest, man. I've been wanting to get Miss Griffin on. This is Kathyn Griffin. I don't even know how. I'm gonna let her tell her story, man, but she's an inspiration to me. And she's an inspiration to me because I love to see people that can overcome adversity. You know, you don't really know who a person is until you've seen them face adversity. And so I know beside me right now, we got a soldier.
And I'm gonna let y'all know at the end of this interview why he was really inspired by her story.
He probably on some bullshit, but you know we're going. You know, I actually first saw you, Miss Griffin, on I know her already, but I saw her on Face and Willie D podcast. I forgot what's the name of their podcast.
Face and Willie D podcast. Ghetto pot.
Ghetto Boys
Reloaded.
Shout out to Face and D and Will, man.
What's up, nephew?
How we don't know that?
We do know it. Travis just told us.
Okay,
Ghetto
appreciate
Boys
that, Travis.
Reloaded, man. So
Shout out to Face and Willie D, man.
true legends in the city, man. True legends on a national level. You know, so appreciate everything y'all do, man. And I'm so happy that you on their podcast because it gave me an opportunity to say, we need to get her. Got one more. We need to get Marie Preston, too. So, Marie, I'm going to be giving you a holler. You know, you legendary as well. So, welcome to the podcast, and let's get started. So, why don't you start by introducing yourself and giving us a little bit of background on Kathyn Griffin, who I'm talking about really been in the streets. And this nigga got on a law badge over here. Do y'all see this shit? Woo! Let's go to work, Miss Griffin.
You better ask somebody.
We finna ask you. Let's get it. That's why
My
we here.
grandbaby used to say, you better ask somebody, nickel. Hello, everybody. It's me,
Hey.
Okay.
Rusty, Dusty, but still alive.
Okay.
Still
Amen to
kicking.
that.
I'm Kathyn Griffin
Okay.
Townsend Griñan.
Kathyn Griffin, Townsend Griñan. Okay.
So break that down, because you know we don't know what the hell all that means. So you got to break it down.
That's her name.
No. When people have more than one last name, there's some shit to it. So we got to
You been
know
married
what
a
the
bunch
shit
of
to it
times?
is.
Let's run it.
So, I done swapped a bunch of DNA
Okay.
in my past.
Okay.
This is why I told you to let your daughter sit outside.
Oh,
Did
she
you see
outside.
that?
They definitely not.
Yeah. So we this real grown man shit. So let's go. So she done swapped a bunch of DNA in her past.
Well, let's hear about it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
yeah, I'm
But
Let's hear
now
about
we
it.
going back to the names.
Okay, let's
Let's
go.
get back to the next.
So, as far as I knew, I was born Kathyn Marie Griffin.
Okay.
And at the age of 26, I found out I was adopted, and everything I'd been told was a lie. Then I found out my biological name was Cherry Gail Townsend.
So
Cherry
I'd
Girl
like to
Townsend.
tell a story about a place that I call home. I should have been a damn country western singer with a name like that.
So hold on. So how did that come about? So did your parents tell you, hey, you adopted now? Did you say I don't really look like these people? I mean, what made you? Well, how did this come about?
First of all, I was born in Inglewood, California.
Okay. Long Beach, Inglewood,
In the hills.
South Central out to the west side.
9306 South Dinka.
Okay. I don't know where that's at, but y'all know what I'm singing, that other shit. It's California love. California got a nigga gang of pub. Okay, go ahead.
I'm waiting on it. Let's hear it.
So, anywho,
Yeah.
I found out I was adopted.
Okay.
But when I was born in California,
Hold on. You didn't say how you found out you was adopted.
I'm going to get there.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is this
I
your
apologize.
story or my story?
It's your story,
Get
Miss
it.
Griffin. I don't
Get
want
it.
no smoke.
He wants
I don't want no trouble.
What I tell you earlier, if you tell it, it ain't my story.
Boy, you sure told me that. And I got to share with y'all what that mean, but go ahead.
And sometimes when we telling our own story, if you was high like I used to be, some of that shit you thought was true, you made that shit up too. So you have to go back and sort through it. just to make sure. Did this shit really happen? Did I do that? Dope is a motherfucker.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Okay.
Not that I know. That's just the Rick James, Dave Chappelle shit. I don't know. I'm listening.
I know.
Okay, you know. Go ahead.
And the reason why they ain't got no real dope no more is because me and Rick and them smoked it all up. They got that hope you can pretend it's some motherfucking dope now.
Yo, no. You say you and Rick
We smoked up all El Chapo. I mean, not El Chapo. Pablo Escobar shit.
Okay.
She said, Rick, I'm Rick James, bitch. That's who she talking about, Rick James.
Wow.
It wasn't just him. It was a whole bunch of us. It was a whole bunch of us.
Word up.
Man, that's another show.
That's another
That's a
show.
whole nother show. 'Cause I'm about to say you.
Cause me and George Clinton be sitting up cracking up. We say we just need to do a whole podcast on the stories of what we did when we was high.
What y'all waiting on? Because I'm sure I would
I
tune
would
the
love
fuck
it.
in.
Oh my God.
I would definitely tune the fuck
He
in.
said we just need to sit and tell the shit that we did when we was high.
Give us a snippet. Give us a little bit.
So I was walking down Liberty Road
Okay.
in 5th Ward.
Uh-huh.
And I was broke as the 10 Commandments.
Word.
I needed a hit. I needed some money. So this nigga pulled up in this car. I hop in. He told me he was going to give me $40. And he gave it to me. Took me way down by a railroad yard. He pulled a knife out on me and took the $40 back and raped me. Only thing I had a toe $1 bill left. And he left me out there. And I had to walk because it was a Whataburger. I think it was either like, anyway. It was over there close by LBJ on past
Okay.
By
down.
Homestead.
Over there.
Yeah, I know yet.
So anyway, I had to walk down the hill or up the hill, one of the two, to get to the Whataburger. And then somebody gave me a ride because he didn't kill me, but he raped me.
Thank God.
I'm really, really fiending at this point. God rest her soul, Pat Flagg. Lived on Liberty and Staple. And I said, bitch, I just got raped. I got this toe $1 bill. I need a hit. And the reason why the dollar bill was torn because I was trying to buy a hit for $1 from somebody, and they tried to sell me some wax, and I snatched the $1.
I pulled that move when I was young. Shit.
And I couldn't afford to try to sit there for 2 hours and try to convince this wax to turn into some dope. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be
but
a
while
long-
I was in this railroad yard, the mosquitoes was fucking me up. So when I get to her house, it was a damn mosquito in there buzzing in my fucking ear, biting me. And she done gave me the hit, and I got it on the pipe. And this mosquito, soon as I hit it, this motherfucker bit me. And I caught him because he didn't have to suck no wee-wees. He didn't have to get screwed in every hole that was supposed to be and not supposed to be tampered with. So he ain't done none of that. How he gonna suck the dope out my blood? So I caught the mosquito, put him on the mirror, melted him to see if the oil was gonna come out, scooped his ass up and put him on my pipe.
Wow.
And I smoked that son of a bitch. And my girlfriend said, don't you ever tell nobody you did that shit.
Well, goddamn, y'all been privy to it. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh my God.
Real Pablo Escobar cocaine was a hell of a drug. This way back then. She said y'all got some different shit now.
That's that $70 brick shit.
So let him in, man. Open the door for him. So how did you?
But anyway,
let's
so-
go to the
so-
journey because we want to know.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna give you
how
the
did
journey
You
now.
get there?
So my family
You lock the door, man.
decided they were from Mississippi.
Okay.
So they had found out that the biological father wanted to come get me, and he had told his wife he had this outside baby. And they was gonna raise the baby. But my parents said it took them 9 months to legally adopt me, and they wasn't finna give me back. So they changed my name to Kathyn Marie Griffin. So and my mama looked like she was white, and my daddy was dark with real cold wave hair, so it was a perfect match. Back in the 60s and the 50s, they matched up them children to look like they were biologically connected.
Like an adoption agency.
Yeah. And they never told me. Now, I went from California to Mississippi. Back when we had to go through the back door to the doctor, you couldn't sit at the counter. I grew up with the Ku Klux Klan burning them crosses right here, and the NAACP right here singing "We Shall Overcome." I grew up through all of that.
Okay.
And my daddy used to collect Kennedy 50s. He used to have coffee cans full of them. I would take me one of them cats, steal it. Kid, I wasn't stealing, it was my daddy. Stealing is stealing.
He owed you that.
No, even though they gave me everything that I needed and most of what I wanted.
Right.
But I grew up entitled without knowing it.
Well, that shit was probably already in your DNA
Yeah.
from them other people that you did know.
Right.
So see, I think
Yeah, because these were good people.
Right.
yeah. So
When I found out who my family was, them was some low down, trifling, dirty, talented, gangster, monster motherfuckers.
but did you feel more of a connection when you met them versus the family?
Oh
you
my
grew
God.
up with?
I always knew something wasn't right. And then I was still a Kennedy 50 to buy a whole sack of candy. And so I had to give all the black kids candy to keep from saying, "Ooh, Kathyn Griffin, you white," pulling my hair. Saying, "Ooh, Kathyn Griffin, you adopted." Then when they integrated, if I talked to the white kids, I was Uncle Tom. And the white teachers would tell me it was a nigger in the wood pile somewhere. I didn't even understand what that meant. I didn't know what the fuck they were saying.
Nigga in the wood pile, small, damn.
And I know what it means. Now they meant I was a mixed breed. But I didn't know that. And my mother used to always say, "No, you're not. Look at this birth certificate." Da 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 da. So anyway, I grew up thinking I was Kathyn Griffin. And at the age of 26, my grandfather was a Baptist minister, and we owned the funeral home in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Century Funeral Home, Century Burial Association. You know, people was dying to get there. You know, they thought it was a dead business.
Oh God, damn it!
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. She say people was dying to get there. Huh?
So let's
And-
go ahead. Go.
And at any
I got all the
rate,
questions.
I asked my grandfather, I said, "Grandpa, is it true? Was I adopted?" He said, "I thought your mama should have always told you."
So this your adopted grandfather or your real one?
I adopted.
Okay.
And I went home and I said, when I found out I was adopted, I felt guilt because I took advantage of them wonderful people. I done stole your Kennedy 50s. I done took your credit card and wired money to the next town to myself. And when picked it up, I was on the phone when the credit card company called and says, "Yes, I approve it." And then I had a car since I was 14. Drive to the next little town, Laurel, to the Western Union, pick up the money. I did all kind of just foul ass shit.
So these people.
And so I said, "You mean to tell me I messed over these people like that and they don't owe me shit?
Right.
Are you serious?" Anyway.
So hold on. I don't want you to hold your thought because this goes back to something I think I've dealt with my son. Right. My son never was with his mother. Oh man. But I think he picked up some of her ways.
DNA don't lie. Dana is a bitch.
I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, I'm not gonna go in no more. But so
I
with that,
agree.
yeah, I think
my
sometimes.
son got some of his mama DNA. My
Dana
oldest
don't
son.
lie.
So no, that's what I'm thinking. Like, so you basically saying you didn't even know these people, but yet it's still you were raised one way with these good adoptive parents that you
Hard
had.
Working. Had me in church. I was the
Good
choir
Christian
director.
But your
I was
DNA
a
took over.
Girl Scout. I went to Youth Congress. I was the president of the student council. You name it.
So okay. So let's get.
Miss Black Hattiesburg of Mississippi.
So how do we get to walking down Liberty Road though?
Hold on, because
I'm missing something?
It's no, because I want to make
Because she's
sure
26 now.
I want to make sure she take us through a real progression.
Okay.
Before we get to Liberty Road, because you got to remember, she just told us her and Rick James.
That's what I'm saying.
Rick
I'm
James
like, hold
and
up,
George
like,
Clinton
okay.
was getting high as a research monkey. I heard that from her today. She said that shit. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. Nigga higher than a research monkey. Is that
Bad
high?
motherfucker.
Is that Dre? Is that high?
That's higher than a motherfucker.
Is you higher than a research monkey? You have a go.
So, I went home and I said, Mama, I know. She said, you know what? I said, I know you don't have to lie no more. She said, what are you talking about? I say, I know. What do you know? Grandpa told me I was adopted. He had no right. He had no right. She was fire spitting mad. She never wanted me in the music industry, anything to do with entertainment. But I always wanted to sing and dance and took Italian opera, played classical piano, flute, piccolo, percussion. I did all that. But that's not what she wanted me to do. And I never understood why. So after she got through being hot as fish grease and my grandpa, I really felt bad because then I had to reflect back on when I was 14. And my first boyfriend was a professional football player for the Los Angeles Rams.
When you was 14? So what was he, 22, 23?
28. And he said he was going to make me a woman.
Hey, I got to tell you. Hey, we ain't got to mention the name. He was out of line. Go ahead, though. Then he was out of line. He out of line. Go ahead, though.
Those are different times, though.
That son of a bitch was out of line.
He was out of line, but those are different times, though. Because nobody looked at beauty like that, though. I'm sure you wasn't the only one, though. Like, in my opinion.
I believe that 100%.
Right.
Because a few years ago, I went back home, and he was there. And I asked him, do you have any regrets for what you did? He said, I knew exactly what I was doing. I got closure then because I knew then you just a piece of shit.
Right.
With all your fame and glory.
Call a nigga out then. Fuck.
Harold Jackson.
Who?
Harold Jackson, number 29, wide receiver, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams, New England Patriots. He was the coach for the Patriots. He even coached at Jackson State. He played at Jackson State with Walter Payton, Jeremiah Tillman, Robert Brazile, Vernon Perry. Anyway. And I told him, I said, I'm getting ready to tell my story, and this is a part of my story. You got any problems with it? He said, it's your story.
Damn, man.
I've been like, no, don't do that with shit. But then again, if that's who you are, I guess that's who he is. So,
Facts.
okay. I guess he understood what he was doing. Go ahead.
And when you sexually stimulate a juvenile, science has proven that the chemistry in the brain totally changes. And because the immaturity is there, boys as well as girls and other, whether you're verbally stimulated, like somebody saying, ooh, look at them big old titties, ooh, look at that fat ass. To kids, it does something. It does something. Let me see that fat thing. These terminologies actually psychologically change the brain patterns in juveniles. And where we got it all twisted was, and the reason why there's so many relationships in place instead of relationships is because we were stimulated at the wrong time, and we equated sex, what we call lovemaking, love, instead of getting to know the person, getting to know who they are, whose they are, what they are, where they are, and why they want to be who they think they want to be, that they are. And It's generational curses. It's just going on and on and on. Everybody's talking about these kids these days. You got to go back to generations. Because, like I've said millions of times, hurt people hurt other people. Sick people make other people sick. And secrets make you real sick. Because it's true, what's done in the dark eventually gonna come out. It might be 40 years later. That shit gonna come up and come out. That's why it's so important that everybody, people say it all the time, to thine own self be true. Well, bitch, if you understood what that meant, you wouldn't be all jacked the fuck up. You wouldn't be walking around downtown thinking you Abraham Lincoln or somebody. I'm just saying.
So we're gonna be here a while because
I mean, but that's
because we got a long way to go in this shit with Miss Griffin, right? So
I got a little time.
No, and I'm just saying this from an audience standpoint, right? We were supposed to do this one live. I forgot to tell Travis that, but so 28-14. How long did that? Was it just a sexual thing, or was
What year
it
was
something?
this?
1974.
74. Okay, we're in the 70s. Okay.
I'm 62.
Okay.
So it's easy. I born in 60. I'm old as dirt.
I was born in 79, so I'm right behind you. I ain't that far.
Yeah, you're a good little ways.
I'm a good little way.
Yeah, you're a good little way.
She look good.
So, but yeah, she looks good. So, but what I'm saying is, like, what happened? So he's 28, you 14. What happened?
I rushed through high school, and I excelled academically to the point that I graduated at the age of 16 and had a scholarship to Texas Southern University, and that's the only one my mother would let me take because I said, if I got to stay in Hattiesburg, I just won't go to college. She didn't want that. I'm trying to get away so I can get to this man. Because if I'm in Texas, he has to stop anyway. Because I see him every off season. Right. And since we was from California, every time we would go to California, we supposed to be playing tennis. And he was bouncing his balls on the net.
All right.
Woo!
I'll have to take a drink to that.
Yeah, get you a drink on that one. So
we get some American history right here, man.
So, okay.
Yeah, because
This American history.
How did we transform from
when I got to college,
from college to Rick James? Well, let's tell us.
Whoa, don't even put Rick. Rick wasn't.
Before we bring.
Me and Rick didn't swap DNA. Leave him out.
Okay.
Rick was the homie.
That was my homeboy. For real.
Right.
I was messing with his brother. That was the DNA swapping. Carmen.
I'm a piece of work, man.
But anywho.
Yeah, let's go.
I was rushing because I wanted to be grown for this man that said he was going to make me a woman. And a funny thing happened along the way to grandmother's house. The big bad wolf got sidetracked because now I'm living in the dorm with 18 and up. People, we going to the club. We going to Pizzazz, Faces, Paseo, Screaming Eagle.
I ain't never heard of none of them.
Cinder Club.
I'm just
This
like,
way
I
for your
heard
time.
of the Cinder Club. I heard
don't
the
know.
Cinder Club. Was
Charles
good.
Bush owned all the clubs.
who that?
Charles Bush.
Charles Bush.
I heard
That was my boyfriend for real and one of my closest friends to this day. That's a whole nother book. But anyway.
So go ahead.
All of a sudden, I was too old for him.
The football player.
Mm?
Okay.
Because you're 16.
And my heart is broken.
He want another 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's that R. Kelly shit.
Yeah.
That part.
Mm.
And his girlfriend that he had the twins from lived next door to my grandpa. So I got to sit on the porch and watch him come in and out of her house.
How old was she?
She was grown.
Okay. Okay.
And my heart was crushed. So now I'm addicted to athletes. So I became an athlete groupie, chasing behind the athletes, because that's all I knew.
That's still going on today, though, so it's been happening.
I'm just saying.
I got you.
And I was a majorette at TSU.
Okay.
And I majored in radio, television, communications, and theater. And then I transferred to the University of Houston. And I met a football player named Jose Taylor.
Jose Taylor, huh?
Out of Longview, Texas, number 90 for the Cougars. And at this point, I was so depressed because I had my heart broken. I just started eating. I became 210 pounds.
Really?
My nickname in college was Big Kathy.
Big Kathy.
And anybody that still calls me Big Kathy to this day, you know they went to college with me. Big Kathy.
Wow.
Wow. I can't even imagine you being Big Kathy.
Oh, yeah. That was before Diet Coke.
I don't know how to take that one, Travis. I don't know how to take that one, y'all. I mean, I don't think she know. But
That you obsessed with Diet
that's my
Coke?
drug. Diet Coke happens to be my drug of choice.
But we don't call you Big Cole, though. We just call you Cole.
Yeah,
Big
but
C.
it's only a matter of time before they calling me Big Cole. I know it, but I got to know it's not, because I'm working this shit out right now. I'm working. I'm going somewhere with this.
Don't
Take
go
your
get that-
6,000 milligrams of B12. You'll
Don't
be
go
all
get
right
that tummy
every
tuck,
day.
bro. Don't do it.
No, I ain't gonna be able
Don't
to do that one. I ain't
Don't
gonna do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
I seen people do it.
6,000 milligrams of B12
Now,
daily.
B12 is a fat burner.
6,000 million. Sound like this shit. Was you trying to kill me?
No,
I
B12 is a
take
fat burner.
6,000 myself every day.
How many is that? I
That's
take B12
three.
vitamins. That's 3 pills.
That's 3. It's a little old teeny.
Yeah, I used to do that. I fat burner every day. I used to, especially when I was inside. I did it every day. The ones they sold on commissary, little B12 pills.
Yeah.
It's fat burner, and it's like immune builder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing wrong with that. Travis, you gonna need a lot of them though, bro. B12?
No, that's when you was spiking it with some bullshit.
Right, that was back.
You
back,
cut
Yeah.
cut cocaine with inositol or mannitol.
Yeah, that's when. That's yeah.
That's back when it was free.
That's that work.
Yeah.
And I ain't never had no free dope yet. I had nerve to call that shit freebasing.
Yeah, that was a freebasing. If I'm not mistaken, that's what the term was for.
But before that, it was ether base,
Right.
where you drop the liquid on the mirror and it just so, and it just flake. Okay.
So just so y'all know,
Flashback.
we got a dopeologist in the
Yeah,
building.
that-
You know what I'm
that
saying?
sound
Dope. I got a doctorate
We
degree
got a
in
dopeologist.
crackocology.
We got a
Oh, crack,
dopeologist
that's-
over here.
I
That's
got
before
a-
the baking soda.
I got a doctorate degree in crackocology, whole anatomy,
Wow.
prisonology,
What was that?
What's the other one?
prisonology,
Prisonology.
Oh,
Okay.
prisonology.
gelatologist.
Yeah, I think we got both of those. We all got that degree.
So come on, we gotta move along because
Now I got
all my questions.
now I got one
I
in
should have wrote this
criminology,
Yes,
Okay.
you do have one. in criminology.
victimology,
Yeah, I went to a class today. She has a class called a
whole
whole
class,
and I went to whole class
I
today.
hate I missed it.
And
helping others excel.
Yeah, I got
Helping
my kids
others
with me, so
excel.
That's why I didn't make it.
And,
I definitely would have been there.
it was I put it to you this way. I got back in the truck, and sometimes you looking at your life, and you really don't realize, like, man, my problems ain't nearly as what I'm thinking they is. This shit I'm dealing with ain't nearly as bad.
That's big
I
facts.
mean, you know, it was. It's a confidential class, but people were dealing with things. So, you know, if y'all ever been to any type of those classes, you know, you don't want to come back out and say what some of the things people are dealing with, but some of the shit that people were dealing with versus the shit I'm thinking of, I got in the truck and say, "Thank you, Lord. This ain't so bad." Hell, I blew the money they talking about. They can't come up with. Hell, I fuck it off every couple hours. So I'm just
Did you make a donation to the foundation?
no, I actually had to leave.
Okay.
But I'm gonna support Miss Kathyn. As a matter of fact, I
Absolutely.
really want to do her life story. You know,
That'd be dope.
Dre has a movie out called The Bricks.
Yep.
Well, it's coming out.
Yeah, we turned it
And
into
then
that.
I've got
We actually turned
3,000.
it into that. I put the last song on there today, so we turned it into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I've got one called 3,000 Letters. We got another one that we're writing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got a comedy special that I'm about to do. And I would like to do her story. You know, I got to figure it out. Because her story
Would
is
your
so
story be
deep.
a comedy or a drama? What would you call
It's
it?
all kind of shit.
Because that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be a lot of stuff in there.
It's,
So.
it's going to definitely be some comedy in there. Because I have never heard of a motherfucker being high as a research monkey. That's what she told a nigga in class today. And you high as a research monkey.
Lift off.
How you gonna come to whole class and go to sleep?
Somebody with no class wants to sleep.
Yeah, he sleep.
Oh yeah, get him.
I done got him. I led him to the trough to get a job. He showed up one day and never came back. But you're still coming back to class. And I don't turn him away. But I'm trying to teach individuals the importance of a hand up instead of a handout.
Facts. Well, I do some of that kind of work too. I'm actually taking a group of about 35 kids to TSU tomorrow, man. So we're gonna do a college tour. I'm gonna take them to lunch tomorrow. So, you know, I do my after school program. Well, my summer program now. I did my after school program Tuesdays and Thursdays in my old neighborhood, but I'm doing a summer program now. We do 3 days a week from 11 to 2 p.m. in the neighborhood. So, you know, today we did we do like team building exercise. We did the parachute exercise. We do water balloon toss, like, you know, trust your partner exercises.
Yeah, they beat your
Stuff
ass
like
on
that.
the water balloons.
They got me good.
They
They
got on your
drowned me.
ass.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I applaud that. I tip my hat to anybody taking their time out, giving back to show somebody a different path. So I definitely tip my hat to that.
And we'll be up and running over here on with the Relentless Medical Group next month. So I'm
Yeah.
happy about that, man. So we'll be doing case management, targeted case management, behavior therapy, speech therapy, counseling groups, which I'm trying to lure Miss-
Peer-to-peer recovery coach
Yeah.
specialist.
So yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to lure Miss Kathyn in, to, you know, be a part of our cause. I hope I can afford her, you know.
If you was blowing off money, then I'm hey.
We ain't
Like
gonna
I'm
do
gonna
that.
tell you
I
like
ain't gonna
this.
let you do
I'm
that.
tell you
I
like
ain't gonna let you do
I'm
it.
tell
I
you
ain't
what
gonna let
Dolly
you- I'm
Parton
not
say.
gonna let you-
Let me tell you what Dolly Parton said. It costs a lot of money to look this cheap.
Is that what you ain't never heard that?
Wow.
Is that what
And
she
if
said?
we being honest, I believe her.
She said it costs a lot of money to look this cheap.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Let's get to
back,
it.
Let's get back to the lecture at hand. Perfecting this, so I'm gonna let them understand.
You know I gotta
from
get
a
in the
young
groove.
G's perspective.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
Lord.
I don't know. Do you do that? Like, it's just somebody say something and then you just go to rapping some shit.
I mean,
Because when I was a crackhead, they used to call me the rapping, singing prostitute.
Was you wasn't Big Kathyn when you was a crackhead?
No,
the crack made you look Kathyn.
I had skins.
Crack
I had
has
skins.
a way of making your ass lose weight. I don't know what is in there.
The first
but
thing
it's
go is your
something-
breast. You can pull the skin out like that. That's why I could never be no stripper. That shit wasn't gonna never work.
Oh my God.
Oh, hell to the no.
I couldn't even fathom that though, bro.
I was sitting on the corner. I was feeling fine. I just went down the street to cop a fat dime.
Yeah.
Went around the back where the niggas was at.
Hey.
That's why I saw an old man get jacked. I saw, bitch, you made a deal.
Yeah.
She kneeled for her meal.
Oh.
And somebody dope section wanted to steal.
Huh.
Come on, y'all. I got to take me a hit.
Yeah.
I'm going around the back and smoke my shit.
Yo.
Because I'm addicted to you.
That was your That was your I need a hit song.
That was I need a hit song.
I probably would have gave you something you performed that shit. Get on, Gnarto. There you go. Girl. Let me hear that song, girl.
Yeah. Come on, Miss
Okay,
Cat.
come on.
Come
So
on,
we
come
gotta
on,
get
Hollywood.
back.
Come on, Hollywood.
If I see, you'll be like Drake. You're gonna need your own show. We might have to get you a show. 'Cause,
What you mean be like Drake?
getting us off task, getting us off the subject matter. So we got to get back to the lecture at hand. We going somewhere.
That was the point. She did a crackhead song, so you get off the subject and give it a rock.
Okay,
That was the whole point.
let's
You get distracted.
So we can get off the subject. What?
No, when she did her song, that's distract you. So be like, oh, here you go, Miss Kathyn.
Yeah.
That was the point.
Oh, okay. I thought she said okay.
And so you was talking about giving me some money, because we don't get rocks today.
No.
So I was rapping for my class.
Okay.
That's the new task.
Okay.
So I ain't got to lay on my ass
Mm.
and be fast.
Mm. You know I like this realness shit. You know
Okay,
what
so
I'm saying?
fuck it. So since you just then skipped over, well, let's talk about because where we left off at. and we done went to a whole rapping thing. We left off at
You
Big
walking
Kathy.
down Big
We
no,
left,
oh, Big
we
Kathy.
left,
Okay.
We left off that you was heartbroken and you got to be Big Kathy. How did Big Kathy
Lead
get
into
this-
doing mic checks, testicle 1, testicle 2.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. How in the hell did Big Kathy get to doing that? How in the hell did Big Kathy get there? Come on, Big Kathy, talk to us. Lil Kathy.
Mic check.
Lil Kathy.
Well,
I
I got distracted on the way to grandmother's house.
distracted
Don't you start the bullshit. See that you keeping it up.
on the way to grandmother's house. Go ahead.
Olivia the
Lord
slave.
have mercy.
Come on, seriously.
A
Okay.
wolf in
Hey, man,
life.
I'm sorry. I'm working
a
on
wolf in life clothing came, blew my mind, changed my way. And now I'm cracked out. Lost and cracked out.
Come on, Kathy, stop it. Listen. So how in the hell did you get from Big Kathy to smoking crack? Who introduced you to crack?
Powder, I didn't like. And I got introduced to it, but I didn't like it.
How did you get introduced to powder?
Somebody had some on the plate. And I was, at this point, traumatized from my first, you got to understand that first love fuck you up. And you never get over that. You might get away from it, but you don't get over it. Your heart can heal, but your mind is incapable at certain times of letting you think back. Just like your heart is broken when you lose a family member.
I was heartbroken, so yeah, I kind of can. Dre, you ever been heartbroken before?
Yeah.
You had your heartbroken?
Yeah.
So.
And so
I can't even say that because certain shit, I'm one.
you ain't that hard, nigga. You got a tender heart.
But I can't
you got
say,
a tender heart.
I can't say the things I did. You know what I mean? Like certain things, you got to keep it G. You know what I mean? I hate when dudes say, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I used to fuck her and then I was fucking like." Come on, my nigga, don't do that, man.
And when
like,
they start saying that about your daughter,
oh,
then you
wow,
want
nigga,
to
don't
fight.
do- So I was heartbroken, but I can't be mad because I bought that shit on myself.
Oh, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Usually we do though.
I gotta respect the fact that I bought it on myself on some of the shit that I did, So I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I'm a
I can't
realist
go
though.
on.
I understand shit. Like I know there's cause and effect. So
Right.
I was the cause of
Okay.
a lot of shit.
So where were you at with this cocaine on the plate?
Hell, I was around the athletes and their wives and in and out the clubs. And then
What
I
year we
started.
in now? What year we in now? 80s now? We in the 80s
I
now?
was the manager of the Tyler Rose on the southwest side. It was owned by Charles Bush and the world champion. And we used to bring all kinds of artists in there. Apollonia came. Mars Day, Kool in the Gang. Everybody came. Charlie Wilson.
That's in Houston or that's in LA? That's in
It
California.
was in Houston.
That's in Houston. Okay.
Yeah.
But-
From the city.
But
Okay.
when I went back to anyway, when I found out that I started like that, and then I went on a tour with the national cast of The Wiz. And I went on the road. The conductor was Larry Ball. He was Smokey Robinson's lead bass player for 25 to 27 years. And that was my boyfriend. You could have been his brother.
Hey, shout out to you. You're a good looking nigga, but go ahead.
I'm very talented man, with a tender heart. And I wasn't worth 2 dead flies put together with some super glue.
Oh Lord.
I wasn't
damn.
shit.
You wasn't worth 2 dead flies put together with super.
That's tough.
You wasn't shit.
That's tough. I say that's a mold. That's tough.
Okay, stop hitting me with this shit because we cannot go ahead.
Carry on.
And unfortunately, back in them 70s, in them early 80s, if you was yellow and had long, what they call good hair,
Yep.
niggas just ran through you. And you so I'm out the country. I was greener than a patch of collard greens, uncooked. Seriously. And I would go for any damn thing you say. Because I wanted to fit in.
Right.
And that came from back when I was in elementary school, when I was buying the candy to make people
Not
be my
calling
friend.
names. Right.
You see, all these habits, if you trace your steps all the way back, it all comes from a nucleus of something,
Right.
somewhere. People pleasing. I wanted to have a big afro, but my hair wouldn't do an afro. So I would take my ponytail and tease it and hairspray it, and I had to have, because this had just laid out, I had this big afro puff. Because I didn't like people saying, "Ooh, Kathyn Griffin, you white." I didn't.
So what are you now? What biologically, naturally, what are you?
Negroid.
Negroid. Mixed with what?
I ain't never met her. They say white, Italian. It don't matter. I's here.
All right, I don't want, hey man, I don't want no smobs. You just look like you got a little touch of some other shit.
Oh,
that's
it's
all.
everybody, even you. Because this part is chocolate, and then you look at this, and that's got some kind of red, so you somebody done dipped in the patch.
Oh, I mean.
I'm just trying to told you.
Well, one thing about it, everybody, let me share this one known fact with you guys, okay? With the audience. If you do your 23andMe or any DNA search, everybody is going to have one thing on their DNA. Do you know what that is, Drake?
Negro.
African.
I think it's is it South Sudan? South Sudan?
It's somewhere from over there. It ain't here.
Yeah, but you're going to have some form of African in you. So ain't no telling what happened along the way.
And it
I
don't
know
matter.
With my behavior, somebody down my line was doing a bunch of fucking up. Because it passed on to me.
Yep.
And I always knew I didn't fit in with the Griffins because they were just,
Too good.
they were good people. I never heard nothing but shit or damn. I never heard motherfucker, bitch, hoe, ever in my life. Ever. I've never seen them nude. I've never... No, this is important shit because...
My kids have never seen me nude either.
But, wait a minute. There are kids, mamas who walk around... There are parents that... I saw this little thing on TikTok, Instagram somewhere, and it was like this 3-month-old little baby. And the baby was looking like, huh? Because the little caption said, "This is how you look at 3 months old when you met your 5th stepdaddy."
Damn. Number 5 at 3. She tough.
3 months.
3
you got-
months.
Yes, I'm saying 3 months. I said
and now
3, but
you got
that's
5 stepdaddies. Everybody coming there talking about, "I'm your stepdaddy." And
might
you
have
3
pappy.
months. And the baby was looking like, huh?
So,
I'm just saying.
Come on, we got to get back. Tell me about the cocaine on the plate.
I'm past that. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
And I didn't like the taste of liquor.
Okay.
So I went to California. Well, yeah, I went to California. And I was at this party in Carson, California. And somebody gave me this, they had these big bowls with this water in it. And they look like them hookah pipes
Right.
that people smoke
Bomb.
out of. Yeah. And they say, "Pull this." And I hit it. And immediately, I found out who I was. Dun, da, da, da! Breast stood up. Everything. I was introduced to the love of my life. Fuck everything, everybody. This is the bomb dot motherfucking com. What the fuck? I still remember.
Damn.
So,
But I wasn't hooked. So I wasn't exposed to it anymore. Then I came back to Houston. And a friend of mine said, "Girl, Rick James auditioning for the Mary Jane Girls. You ought to go try out." I said, okay. So it was called the Stouffer's Hotel. That's right next to the Summit, which is Joel Osteen now.
Right.
yeah.
And went up to the suite, knocked on the door. I'm still 210.
Big Kathyn.
Big Kathy. I'm Big Kathy. And I said, I'm here to audition for the Mary Jane Girls. First of all, he was in this big bathroom sitting on the side of this big tub thing. And he was smoking. I didn't know what it was. Because it didn't look like what the first time anyway. So he's sitting there talking to me, he took a hit. He say, damn, as big as you are the Mary Jane Girls.
Woo, shit.
Oh,
Boy,
my
Rick James,
God.
hell of a motherfucker. Go ahead.
Oh, my goodness.
But that whole time, and we must have been in that bathroom for 5 hours. He said, how you gonna sit there and not ask me for none of this shit? I said, what is the shit? And he gave it to me. And he cried when he thought about he really was the key to me starting to smoke that shit. Yeah. And then his brother was smoking that shit. That's who I was with. And the brother liked me, so I ended up, I'm supposed to be going to try to audition. I ended up on the Cold Blooded tour, but I was with the brother.
Right.
So I'm on stage and everything, but I ain't one of the Mary Jane Girls.
Right.
And it was on and popping.
So this was your second time hitting crack. What was the difference from the first time to the second time?
It was a hell of a lot of it. It was trunk fulls.
Rick had a key over there.
The keys.
The piano.
So y'all just hitting back to back.
He issued everybody's portions out.
I think Rick got a documentary out and he talk about that shit.
Well, the interesting thing about the documentary, his daughter did it.
Uh-huh.
And God bless her soul, but she wasn't around with the real stories.
Right.
And I'm glad she wasn't. She can only speak from her experience with her dad.
Right. And I think that was the perspective.
And that was her
Yeah, I do.
perspective.
Okay.
And that's her truth.
Mm-hmm.
But like me and Rick's sister talk, the world has never heard our stories. And I knew him very well.
Right.
And Rick had multiple personalities. People didn't know he could recite the Bible from the beginning to the end.
Look at that. I'm going to answer this. Yo, Jay. Jay. What's up, Jay? Hey, how you doing, Niecy? Hey, I'm good, Jay. We was just talking about you. I'm on the podcast with Kathyn Griffin right now.
What's up, baby? Why he trying to make me tell?
Hold on, go ahead, Jay.
Why he trying to make me tell all my Liberty Road hoe stories? Cause that's what I'm saying. I ain't got no secrets.
Word.
My slate is clean as a clap doctor.
Well, Jay, you know I'm laughing, Niecy. I'm gonna call y'all back when I finish the podcast. But I had to answer just because I'm laughing.
You went to whole class today. Tell him.
Yeah, I went to whole class today, Jay.
Whole class, helping others excel.
Okay. That's a new twist right there.
And hoes stand for helping others excel successfully.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. We're going to flip it. Bitch stand for best in town, change heifer. Pimp stand for best in town, change heifer. And pimp stand for professional, important, motivated person.
What a twist. Yeah, what a twist.
Jay, I'm gonna hit you back when I get off here, man.
I love you, my friend.
All right.
Oh my God.
He already knows, so you got to understand. He know me.
Shout out to Jay Prince for chiming in.
Yeah,
Man.
He
shout
know
out
me.
to Jay Prince
He
for
know me
chiming in.
real good. So,
Unexpectedly just giving me a call on something else.
cause he's selling beef.
Yeah, Jay got beef and hate for sale over there.
I was walking down at the for the festival that was out there in front of the turkey leg hut.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying, come get a taste of this beef. I was giving the samples out.
Woman, you're crazy as hell, man. So, hold on, man.
Carla Blackwood but they was on the ground.
Oh, God. We done had every interruption and every curve that we could possibly have.
Every
Start
curve.
this shit out. So, come on, Miss Griffin. Let's get back to the thing, man. So,
You can't make this shit up. You got to
you
laugh.
can't make it up.
Cause it's so deep.
I would love to see. So, you talk with George Clinton and Rick James' sister still?
Oh yeah.
So, y'all, what's the problem with y'all getting together? I know the word. I would sit there.
I would watch that.
Oh, my God, I would sit there and watch this. Because I think Dave Chappelle made everybody like,
He brought Rick James to
is
life
Rick
for
James really like this? And then Charlie Murphy came and confirmed it.
Oh,
And
that
then
was my friend.
Rick James came right back and say, you know, what I look like? Just stomping my feet on somebody's couch. I mean, I had more sense than that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Did he say
I stomped my feet on it.
Eddie had my.
Eddie could buy another.
Yeah. And they were very good friends.
Right. See, I'm fascinated by that time because I was a kid during those times. So, you know, grown folks kind of push you to the side. Grown folks and let you in on what they did back in the day. So I'd be fascinated by that kind of shit.
You know, the first concert I ever went to was a Rick James concert in the Summit.
Was it
Really?
the Cold-Blooded tour?
I don't know what it was, but see, my aunt,
What year?
it had to be
83?
like 81 to 83. Somewhere in
That's
there.
the one I was on.
So it had to be somewhere in there because
Cold.
Because I was
Cold-blooded.
standing on the speaker and my dress split all the way up to the back and my ass was hanging out. No, that was with Parliament. That wasn't Rick.
Oh, shit.
cocaine's a hell of a drug. So listen, so what happened is I was staying with my auntie and my mom, and so her friend came over and said, girl, I got tickets to Rick James. She said, I can't go. I got my nephew. And she said, shit, I got a ticket for him too because I got 4 tickets. It ain't nothing but me, you, and him shit. So take him with you. So shit, we went together. And my mama friend saw me in there, and my mama never let me stay with her again. She say, bitch, you took my son to a Rick James concert.
Are you busy? Okay, let me just tell you. I'm just talking about the closest people in my life. And you know that you are in the top 2 in my life. And I'm on a podcast with 2 awesome men. And why they up in there talking about Rick James? He was a wonderful man.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
They retarded. I want to introduce you to Penny Johnson.
Penny Johnson, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast, to the Cole and Dre podcast. Penny, how you feeling?
Welcome.
I'm fine. How are you?
Man, if I was any better, I think it was a setup.
Okay.
She looked like the female Rick James.
That's wonderful to hear.
So you the female Rick James?
No, don't you let her tell you no business like that. Okay, that's a tall order right there.
So-
Okay.
So when she said, I just asked her, I said, you know, I know his daughter did a documentary, but
That was her version.
so she said it's several versions of this thing.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many versions out there, but you
No,
know.
no, no. We just talking about not that they haven't been recorded. People don't really know who Rick was. We know, and he was a lot of different things, and they weren't bad.
I believe that.
Absolutely, and I guess what she meant as far as versions, you know, everybody has a story in their own eyes, or a story that they want to tell for whatever reasons they want to tell it. You know, sometimes there's truth in it, and sometimes there isn't. So, you know,
It wasn't but one Rick James.
People seem to believe everything that they see and hear.
That's what I'm
Somebody
trying to
was
say.
telling me earlier, you know, I read it in Wiki. I said people write their own wikis.
Right.
It's
They
funny.
got me and my daddy
I
and
see it on a
sisters
tweet,
and brothers.
And I was like, really? That's where we are today.
Yeah, they got me listed as Ed Townsend's sister. So I don't look at Wikipedia.
So hold on, Miss Johnson, Miss Penny Johnson.
She managed Rick and Tina Marie.
So you ran as Rick and Tina. So I want to know, but instead of Rick and Tina, how long has Kathy been crazy as hell? I want to know that.
Since I've known her.
Wait a minute. She had to take me. I was
We're
living
talking-
with them. I was living
We're
with.
talking decades.
Yes.
Damn.
So I'm living with them, right?
Uh-huh.
In this huge mansion. And I'm on probation. And
What's you on probation for?
a prostitution. I got busted on Sepulveda. Trying to hit a lick.
Damn.
And this van pulled up. And I was talking about wholesale. I'm having a wholesale. And this van say, hold your ass up. And then it was undercovers. So at any rate, they had never drug tested me. So Penny drives me down on Crenshaw. Ain't that where we went?
So I think downtown possibly.
Wherever it was, we went to probation. And I had to report. And she had to damn near force me out the van because I'm sitting there smoking crack before I go into them.
Oh my God.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I was high enough motherfucker.
Okay.
And me and her have to sit up and we laugh at it was. I mean, this shit was hilarious in them days.
It's hilarious now. Shit. What you mean?
It's hilarious right now.
No, it wasn't hilarious
She didn't-
then. It's hilarious. We can laugh about it now. It wasn't hilarious then because I was trying to have her make sure she didn't lose her benefits, whatever she was supposed to be going down there in her freedom.
Yeah.
You know?
I ain't gave a fuck. I didn't give a damn. They say, are you going to piss this dirty? I say, yeah. They say, well, why don't you? I say, but I tell you what. If y'all just let me go, I'll go back to Texas. And they said, if you can make arrangements to go into a rehab in Texas, we'll terminate your probation. I talked my way out that shit. Because they could have locked me up that day, couldn't they, Penny?
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I Jedi mind tricked that some bitch some kind of way.
And I mean, and all for the better, because look what great work you do now. And
Absolutely.
there's no better person to represent work than somebody's been there and done that.
Speak, Penny.
Hey, Penny, I went to her class today, and I was 1,000% impressed. She is truly an inspirational spirit, and she real as they come, you know. It's not like somebody that's reading this shit out of a textbook. This somebody that's really
absolutely.
lived it. And so, you know, I'm
Absolutely.
proud of her. We proud of her. And we happy to have her on our show right now.
Definitely.
And it takes some hard knocks to deal with anybody in that life. That'll break you down, chew you up and spit you out. So, you know, hats off. Absolutely, I'm extremely proud of her.
Okay.
I told you, this is my
And
sister from another
sometimes
mister.
You gotta take the hard road, you know, to get where you're going. I don't think any of us become who we are without that.
But she watched my whole journey. She watched it.
We
She knew me
appreciate you.
before. She knew me when I was Big Kathy.
Big Kathy.
Big Kathy.
Big Kathy. Come on, we got to keep going, Big Kathy. We rolling, Big Kathy.
I love you. I just wanted,
All right.
I wanted to introduce you to them.
Oh, thank you so much.
So they don't have to believe the lies on the television.
All right.
All right.
All
Talk
right
to you
now.
later,
Take
baby.
care.
Thank you.
That's
Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Yo, that was two big phone calls, man.
That's
That
two
was
big
two
phone-
big phone
Fuck it,
calls.
go ahead and call George Clinton too, shit.
no.
Fuck it, we just, hey, we're gonna put George Clinton on this motherfucker. Atomic dose.
That's a hell of a Rolodeck.
No, you ain't gotta call George Clinton.
She dialing him up too.
Oh God,
Miss
damn.
Kathy said she got receipts to this shit.
The crazy part
That's
is,
definitely George Clinton.
this happens with Dre though. We never stay on task. He always gets on some.
Oh,
other
this is good. We can get off task for this.
I could have zoomed out them in.
shit. Huh?
We could have been zooming them in.
That's fine. This is even better.
Let me call Carlon's phone.
Oh shit.
Is George still
'Cause he
smoking
might
weed?
Oh no. We good. We'll get George another time. I want to know about you. This is about you. This ain't about Rick James and George Clinton.
You brought Rick up. Because that's a
I'm
whole.
infatuated with Rick James. I'm Rick James. bitch.
I am too, but just the whole myth
Like-
of Rick James.
He said I can make a motherfucking bullfrog a star, bitch.
He said that, but was it Tina Marie when he said because he brought somebody? Was it Tina? Tina was like a young girl around him, and he made her star, like basically in a sense.
But she could sing, so it wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard, but I
That
mean,
motherfucker can really sing.
she got a break.
So, but I think, hold on, what was it that he said? Shit, what was it that he said that was just crazy?
He said a lot of shit.
What I'm about to say.
If I could just open the Rolodex and the 8-track tapes in my brain from all of those years living. I lived in the house. So I don't care what people write, what me and Penny lived in the house. Winnetka Estates. We lived there. And the one before that, I'll never forget, an earthquake hit one day. We'd all been getting high. Charlie, well, everybody, we was all there. I don't want to bring him in because that's his story. I love him. Been clean and sober a long time, and once he really got clean and sober, and he married that wonderful lady he married, look where Uncle Charlie is today.
Yeah, Charlie made a
Shout out to Uncle Charlie.
We love you.
Last name Wilson.
Singing motherfucker.
I was wondering.
I ain't gonna tell the Charlie Wilson stories because I don't have permissions.
I don't have it either, but I got a hell of a one, but I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not gonna tell you
I'm gonna tell you when we get out.
because that ain't anyway. That's not who he is.
This
That's
is classical
I
shit,
was a
though.
kid, but I know this.
This some classical shit though.
Yeah, this real classical shit we're going through right here. So let's keep going.
I'm not the kind of person you can bring on here and just think you're gonna have a.
Well,
just straight.
I knew that already. That's why I told him to leave his kids out this shit right here.
Because
they
it's
never
real
know.
grown
They
folk
chilling.
shit.
So going through this thing with Rick James, you lived in the house with Rick. Y'all getting high every day. How did you transition from that? What was the next stage in your life after Rick James?
Rehab. They said I had to go to rehab. I said, go, go, go.
Is that a real song? I ain't never heard the motherfucker.
It's definitely
She
the
sound
same
like-
melody.
They said I had to go to rehab. I said
No.
go.
The song
go.
says, though, no,
Oh,
no,
no.
no. It's
No,
Amy
no, no.
Winehouse.
Huh?
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah,
Amy,
Winehouse.
oh, I thought it said go is no. Okay.
I said go, go, go. Because I figured if I went back and I lost the weight, I could fatten back up and I could make sure I ain't caught nothing you couldn't get rid of. And then I go back and smoke some more.
So okay, hold on.
I got a doctorate degree in rehabology. I went to 22 of them.
You went to 22 rehab? So let's go back because I'm really getting off track here, but I got so much shit to ask you.
Because my shit is off the track.
It is, but
Well, some of it was on the track.
So what was it?
Damn. I'm just here.
Because Dre, this is what I really want to know though. So, like, what was it? The first time you ever started tricking for dope, what was that like? Like, did you think to yourself, what was your thought process? What were you?
Well,
doing?
I have a friend that said, why you hoes fucking free? Bitch, get you a chicken and a gallon of milk, put in the refrigerator. Look, bitch, I got a condo.
A chicken and a gallon of milk.
Get
I
a
don't
loaf of bread or
understand.
something.
You get something.
Get
Oh,
something.
Okay.
You hoes just fucking for free. You got coochie hair flying like chicken feathers up in this bitch.
Woo! Shit. Well, I think, matter of fact, this is our
my
wildest podcast yet.
God.
So continue, please.
Oh my God.
And now,
So what?
I'm the human trafficking director for Harris County
She
Victim
is.
Services. I'm on the voting board of the Harris County Criminal Justice Committee for the Commissioner's Court.
Oh shit.
I teach around the world. I speak all over the world. And I run whole class. And I have a program in the Texas Department of Corrections called Our Roadway to Freedom.
Okay.
But all this other shit is true too. I'm just saying.
Right, but so we got to get back to this. First of all,
Big claps.
let's give her a big clap on that, man. Like that is y'all
Awesome.
y'all gonna appreciate it even more when she continues, so we can really get through how did she get to this point from where she was at. So I wanted to know though, like what was that experience like to say, you say you had a friend, your friend told you why you fucking for free. So was your mindset, well, I can get dope if I fuck?
I can't be a prostitute. Oh my God, no.
That was
No,
your
no,
real
no.
mindset?
Oh, I would never. Oh no. Until that dope said, "Feed me, bitch. I'm hungry." And somebody said, "You give me some of that, I'm gonna give you this sack. And then you ain't gotta go back out on that track."
Absolutely not. Damn.
And that's basically,
So we're in the 80s now, right?
yes.
We're in the 80s. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We're in the 80s. Yeah, I'm in the 80s.
So, let me show y'all.
I'm tracking this shit.
Okay.
Let me show y'all some things.
She pulling the phone up, and
I'm getting ready to show you some
are
things.
you going back to Big Kathy?
I'm just gonna show you my mug shots.
Oh. Oh shit, Travis! Make sure you pull these up and show these motherfuckers. Wow. You just never know what you can expect on the Cole and Dre podcast.
That's one of them. I used to cut my hair real short like that.
Let's see. Can we see that? Turn it over. Turn it over into the camera. Zoom in on this shit, Travis. Zoom in.
That's Big Cat?
Oh, I
Nah,
was
that
gonna
ain't
crack
Big
then.
Kathy look like she tired of the motherfucker. No, man.
Right.
Kathy look like rescue me. Should arrest me.
Look at this
Rescue
one.
Me right
Look at
now.
that one.
What is going on with you?
I was an eyes research monkey.
She was high as a research monkey.
That look about right.
Oh, goddamn. So who has all their mugshots in their phone? How many of them missing?
I told you I've been down.
Let me see this. How many of
The
them
last
missing?
time I bought that fake fur coat for a nickel rock. That was the last time I went to jail.
Oh,
And I ain't
God.
had no teeth. You can notice the cracker ate up my teeth. I got teeth, it's not a.
Oh, God.
This shit real. Shit
I'm
just
in
got
my
real, man.
30s
This
and
shit real.
40s. I'm in my 60s now.
Definitely a difference.
Well, you look much better.
God is good.
All
the
the
time.
And
time.
all the time.
Ooh, wee. So, okay.
And during my time on the track,
Uh-huh.
I would sing gospel. And people why you sing? Why? And I would steal the Bibles out the come get you some motels, the $5 motel down there in Frenchtown, the deluxe there. I steal the Bibles.
Oh,
That's
that was
what.
Mr. Smith's back.
Yeah,
You remember Mr. Smith?
of course I do.
Okay. R.I.P. Mr. Smith, man.
And I also am the one that got that place shut down.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I got it shut down
Yeah.
after I got because it was falling in. He was dead.
Yeah, he was there.
And then the
Somebody
other, then
killed
Miss
him
Smith,
over
yeah,
there.
then Miss Smith died.
Mhm,
He died
Miss
at the
Smith.
motel. And then
This Fifth Ward history right here, Trey. You don't
listening.
know about this shit here. Go ahead.
and then the cousin or the niece called
Kim.
herself Kim called herself running it. So I took the news
But
media
Kim
over
got
there.
the smoking.
She started smoking, so I took the news media over there and I got Kim some help. And I got it shut down. I put them on the news with me.
Now, Kim was a beautiful girl.
Beautiful.
Kim used to be an Oilers cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
And that girl got to smoking crack. Everybody in Fifth Ward wanted some of Kim, man. Who didn't want Kim, man? That girl was beautiful, man. Her mama was a beautiful woman. Or I don't know, was that her grandmother or her mother?
That was her mother.
That was her mother, Miss Vanilla. That was a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Smith, he was much older than her. So this man went crazy every time. He tell me all the time, I'm gonna kill one of these young niggas looking at my woman. Go on there and get you. I used to like apple soda water. Go on there and get you one. Go on
Yeah,
there.
they had the little stuff. Yeah.
They had
You go to the
stuff
back
like that.
window.
My grandmother lived, so you must know, you might know my
I-
daddy. My dad is Eddie Cole. Eddie, Don Ray, Fred.
I know it.
No, that's my daddy. That's my
And
daddy
you
and
must
his brother.
understand that Ernest Prince didn't mess with our dope. He didn't mess with no crack. Did you not know that?
No, I knew that.
He didn't do that.
I thought he was messing with heroin.
That was his thing.
Yeah.
I didn't mess with it, and he didn't want us to mess with it.
Okay.
Ooh, these 80 drug dealer stores, drug dealer stores, Lord have mercy. Shit. You had to be a fucking soldier to grow up in the 80s, man. Because you was smoking,
That's a very good point what you said. That's why I tell people, like, and you said something in the class today. You was talking about these kids, but if you go back and look at the statistics, the numbers ain't gonna lie, man. The 80s were worse than it is right now.
Yeah, the 80s, I mean,
Facts.
that was
Even
the drug
the early
era.
90s. So the difference is social media gives it much more of a platform, so it's more in your face. Whereas at that time, it wasn't there. We knew
But
about
it was much more loyalty.
Yeah,
You
I was about to
always
say.
got snakes.
Right.
But now that I'm on the other side with badges and keys to all the jails and shit and, and the buildings,
How in the hell they let that? What kind of
everything
kind
that
of background check they gave your ass and all these
because I
motherfuckers?
told the truth.
Okay.
I told
So
the
hey, if
truth.
you got that criminal record, just go in there and tell the truth. They're gonna give you a job.
They gave me a career to launch God's ministry.
Oh, they'll do that. Okay, go ahead.
He said they'll do that.
And
they do
everything man say we as ex-cons can't do, God said, yes, we can.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because I'm still running this.
Definitely.
White people still scratching their head. How the fuck? What the poly do right shit kind of shit is this? What the fuck?
So
And it took a long time for me to get respect on this side. It took a long time because I always talk like I talk. They wasn't twerking then, but I was still twerking. I'm doing the granted twerk
You
now.
was twerking the tweaking.
No, I'm not tweaking. Because once I stepped out of it,
Okay.
I made God a promise.
Word.
I would never commit adultery, and I would never touch any type of drug or narcotic ever again. And I have not gone back on that, not even one time.
How long it's been?
We're going into this 18th year.
Oh, congratulations. That's big.
Word.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's all right.
When they did my hip replacement, because see, I got hit and drug, and a person over there and across, you know where the Shell gas station is?
Mm-hmm.
On that side. It was
Okay.
on back there where we had all the dope and over there, when you go under the freeway.
Y'all had all the dope. Don't say we. Y'all, they had all.
I'm talking about Fifth Ward.
Okay. Yo, yeah.
Did you
You
from
just
Fifth
made
Ward?
it seem like, man, you was doping the guy. I want to get that shit
You,
straight.
you too young. I didn't fuck with kids. But that's a good point.
I'm messing with
Let
you,
me
Miss
bring
Cat.
this to your attention.
Go ahead, Miss Cat.
People are quick to talk about pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe that man slept with that teenage girl. What about that woman, grown woman that fucked with that teenage boy?
For that
Because
rock.
if you was on that shit, we
Absolutely.
wasn't checking IDs.
Absolutely.
We can't say if we was geeking and fiending. If you're doing something strange for a piece of change, you doing shit just for a push. Because my habit was $30,000 a month. I didn't have enough coochie to sell to make $30,000.
Lord have mercy.
God damn. That's a hell of a habit.
I was born too late.
That was a hell of a habit. So you know what? You have a great point because
Because I'd have been a hustling
I
motherfucker.
started hustling. I was hustling on Easter Street in Acres Home. That's
The
where I
folk
first-
folk.
The
That's where I
legendary
first
Easter
hustled.
Street.
You don't know. You might know my other cousin Charles Campbell. I don't know if you know Charles.
Who is the one in the
Charles
wheelchair?
locked up right now. That's talking about Stay Down.
Yeah.
No. That's shout out to Stay Down.
Shout out to Stay Down.
I fuck with you, but you still ride, nigga. That's it. But I love you, but we'll talk. Anyway,
Don't do
I
Stay
love
Down.
all y'all.
but you know what's
Facts.
crazy is my first time. It wasn't the first time I had sex. First time I got some head was for a $10 rock, and
That's
this
called
lady-
rockstitution.
Yeah, this lady worked at the post office.
So
I
you
never
part of the
forget
problem.
it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I can. Maybe I am part of the problem. I was 15 years old. All I knew is she told me to give her a dime, and everything will be fine.
So basically, you got
And I was-
molested.
No, hell no, I ain't get molested. Not only did I give her a dime then, she came back about an hour later. She got enough. And I remember Joe Boy telling me, boy, you gonna give all your goddamn money away. Shit. But see, they was experienced. I wasn't. So shit, I was probably going through, 20 dimes a day on between just I was a sex addict at 15 and didn't know
Miss
it.
Kathy, you just saw him coming?
Yeah, they saw me coming.
Yeah.
The
saw
word
it
got around.
Yeah.
Through all the crackheads, like literally, man.
And if you treated them good and wasn't trying to hull them out, oh, you was the king. You were the hero.
Oh yeah, I wasn't never disrespectful to him or nothing.
You got to understand, I can still to this day tell you the individuals that did not disrespect me. And I was a straight rockster to crackhead hoe. Anytime you walk away from your children, anytime you, yeah.
Facts. We appreciate you coming and share your story.
Right,
I
I
love
mean,
learning.
And guess what? We ain't even got to
we
the
ain't,
story.
we ain't even halfway.
We
through.
got to do part two.
Yeah, we gonna
but
have
I got to pee so bad. I'm
Gonna
damn.
have
We're
to.
gonna probably have to do part two. But before we get to the part two, let's go.
What
on.
about the pee part?
Huh?
What about the pee part?
The pee part?
She gotta go pee.
Oh, go pee. Hey,
I'm
Travis.
doing the pee pee dance.
Oh, you might have to go to the men's. Ain't nobody in there, cause the women's locked, and I don't know where to get the thing at. But me and Dre gonna talk while you going. It's nice and clean. They just cleaned it up, so you good.
Look,
Travis.
I done peed behind the trash dumpster in my day.
Oh, okay.
And
I
that-
have to.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Probably gonna do it again.
I did
But go
that
ahead. You can go right through the door, right here through the conference room, and you can. Hey, Travis, thank you, man. So.
Wait a minute. And he got all fooled when he saw this badge and shit.
I did too.
She a real law, like, I mean.
I got you.
I went to whole class today at the police station. I'm like, damn.
We still recording?
Yeah, we still recording. We're gonna
Okay.
keep this shit going, Dre. So, Miss Kathy had to go take a piss, so me and Dre gonna talk a little bit. Dre, what do you think about all of this?
I'm mind
shit?
blown, but I got 2 hungry kids in other rooms, so I gotta keep my babies fed.
She got a piss. Your kid's hungry.
I mean,
We
this
gon-
is.
we gonna come back to part two.
I applaud her story for coming on our show and telling her story. But goddamn, I'm just thinking about the '80s and all the shit I saw during that time, '80s, early '90s, all the shit I saw, and like she confirming a lot of shit, not like that shit, but just the shit that was happening, like what I'm saying, because you don't think about that shit while it's happening, because you're a part of it, like you live in, you see shit, like you see your homeboy's mama sneaking around the corner with.
Yeah, with me. I mean.
And now you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You have to figure out what they was
and
doing.
I feel bad because I was 15 years old.
Facts.
But how does a 15-year-old, and I'm not rare, because it was happening in L.A., D.C.
When I was 15, 16, I had
Louisiana, all Arkansas, all across the country.
yeah. When I was 15, 16, I had a grown woman for a chick that I was actually going fuck with on a regular basis. Like what I'm saying? But she wasn't no dope. She was just a grown woman. Maybe I got damn.
So yeah, you got molested. See, I wasn't getting molested. I was.
And the
I was
fucked
a
up
part
part
of the
about it,
problem.
it was a dude in the neighborhood. It was his kid's mother. Man, I didn't even know that. Like what I'm saying? But my mama found out she wanted to kill her ass. Like, well, I want to.
You didn't took advantage of my
What?
baby.
I was in 11th grade, bro.
But you thought it was great though.
It was great. It was great.
You was doing all them things that you them
Yeah.
young girls wasn't doing.
I think I got my first one with her, man. I think I had did it before, but she was the first person I got one with, and I was like, whoa. So I kept coming back.
I like this.
I liked it.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a part 2 to this.
We're going to have to.
And
Because I want to get into all the good shit.
Yes, that way we can bring her back, because that'll make it better. That way we don't have to ever cut it off.
Right.
So you know what, Miss Kathy, we're gonna do a part 2, because he got his kids in there that's hungry. So when can we get you back on? So
Because we still in the 80s now. I want to get to the 90s and the 2000s.
yeah, because we need to come from the 80s to how in the hell you got to be able to wear a badge around your neck and have all of this respect. I came up from Miss Griffin. Oh, Miss Kathy Griffin's right back there. If you go through this door here, she'll be the one with the black shirt, and she'll have a badge on.
Oh, yeah?
And I didn't have to swap no DNA.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
good. Man. Hey, so Travis, we're gonna kind of cut this one right here, because we gonna remember where we at right now.
We are in the 80s.
We in the 80s. We ain't even made it to the 90s. This shit gonna.
We're
be
in the
tough.
early 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah,
I was still a young
still with
tenderoni.
Rick James, bitch. Now we passed Rick James.
Yeah.
we
Did
still
you
Well-
go back to Rick James?
No.
Nah, we passed
Well,
it.
but you got to understand, I lived in and out of that. I was in that for so long because I'm the girl that brought the girl to him that they said he kidnapped and burnt with the pipe. He never kidnapped her. I brought her there. I was the key witness in the trial.
Yeah, that was in the documentary.
Oh shit! All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Definitely.
We're coming back with part 2, so we appreciate y'all, man. This is Miss Kathyn Griffin. We coming back for part 2 because this shit here gonna be a whole nother hour and something. But we got a hell of a lot of clips out of this shit right here.
Because cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I just want to say, man, I'm proud of you. I'm happy
Definitely.
for you. I see your beautiful spirit shine, and I can't even imagine today you being high as a research monkey.
Huh.
So
You seen the mug shots. It's true.
with all that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to the first part of this, man. I'm cold.
And this is Dre.
And I'm Kathy.
Peace and
Lil' Kathy.
Lil' Kathy.
That's Lil' Kathy now. All right, we go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey, relentless, hey, relentless, hey, 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 hey. Hey, cold, boss straight, 2 mother, watch them out. No count, all facts like what you talking about. Boy, listen and pay attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drought.